Hello, how's everyone doing tonight? Got some more shiny hunting on Arceus. Only doing about like 50 because otherwise I'm gonna exhaust my talking points really quick and probably gonna run out of things to say very quickly. But yeah, so I decided that variety nights, if I do shiny hunting, probably gonna be like a dual game night. do 2 games instead of 1, because otherwise it would be a very short stream, so. Well, let's go ahead and start things up. Let's switch over. And put my music on. Fun fact, actually got a couple different soundtracks in here. They put in here, so we might be getting some new ones. Let's see. Nope, just one that was already in here. Alright. Anyway, let's get this started. Hope that's not too loud. Might put it down a little. Yeah, that might be good. Yeah, let's see. So, I know Cerebi put out a, like, sort of review, but, like, first look sort of thing on Scarlet and Violet, because apparently the person that runs that got to, you know, have a first look at the game. And we actually have overworld shinies confirmed. They apparently found a shiny Skidoo. You know, but best part, honestly, just confirmation of overworld shinies. Really, that honestly feels like it's a lot easier just because then you don't have to actually go into the battle, and also probably gonna be similar to like Legends Arceus in that case, where just because of like the multitude of Pokemon that are spawning in at the same time, doing like all the same checks and everything, is probably gonna be a lot easier to find shiny Pokemon. That was sort of like my theory, is just like because of how many are spawning in on the map at once, how many are, like, how the checks are all happening all at once, except, they're happening all at once as opposed to, you know, one at a time checking each Pokemon. You're probably gonna have a bit of an easier time finding shinies. I don't think there is Legends Arceus catching with it, which is a shame, but I know there was like a Let's Go system I think they announced, where you can just like send out a Pokemon and it'll like, battle Pokemon, battle wild Pokemon, it'll collect items for you. The Let's Go feature honestly seems like pretty good for like grinding. Cause you know, like one of the things people really hate is just like grinding, especially in like Nuzlocke, so just being able to like send out the Pokemon, not have to go through an entire battle sequence. Yeah, that'll be pretty nice. Yeah, other than that, there wasn't really much. I think they said like trainer customization. They did show more of like the trainer customization, how you're able to change like the hairstyle, hair color, eye shape actually. Like you're able to do a lot more customization. I don't know how much there is. Don't know if they'll like bring back hairstyles from other games, put in the new style. I don't know, have to experiment when we get there. See if there's one that, you know, represents my character and everything decently. I know it's not gonna be like spot on. Definitely not gonna be spot on. Yeah, aside from... Oh yeah, they did confirm that... Oh, probably gonna shake a bit there. Move the calculator out of the way. Really like shaking because it's moving the window. Yeah, they confirmed that outfits and I think hairstyles too are not like gender locked. You can get any hairstyle, any clothing options, regardless of what you choose at the beginning, which is very nice. I don't remember, did they do that in Sword and Shield? They probably did, but oh yeah, I think like the bags were like specific to the gender. As far as I know, that's about it. Might have been some like clothing options, like I think maybe skirts might have. I know the hairstyles were definitely gender locked, but yeah, I like that they're sort of moving away from, you know, gender locked customization. You know, even like especially for like non-binary people who want to be able to look themselves without having to choose, okay, boy, girl. But then also for like, you know, if people just like a better clothing option for the male character, but they're female and so they choose the female character so they can't have an option, you know, now that's done away with. And I think that's very cool. Now they've done it in Splatoon 3. Now they're doing it with Pokemon. I really like that. Yeah, enough about that. I heard, I believe Sparks of Hope came out yesterday? I think? 20th? Yeah, I think it came out yesterday. Seen a little bit of that game, been watching someone play through that. Yeah, it looks very nice. I'm just not used to all the voice acting because for one, well, you know, Beepo, who was like mostly a silent character, aside from like, you know, like text dialogue and sound effects for that. Like Beepo and was it Genie? I think is her name. They're like the only ones that are fully voice acted. All the other characters only have like maybe a couple lines, couple like sound effects maybe. It's usually just like one-liners for most of the characters. It's also really weird to hear the rabbits actually speak, because you know, I'm just really used to them going all like blah and everything. So hearing them actually like have voice lines is weird, especially for the like already established rabbit characters like Rabbid Peach and Rabbid Mario and everything. It just feels so weird. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. I think the only like Rabbid game that I've played has been like the TV Party they released on Wii. I don't know if I actually played it, because I think it was like a multiplayer game. But I remember having it. I remember owning it. Just don't know if I actually ever played it. I think they started out as like a Rayman enemy, right? The rabbits? I know my sister was big into Rayman, don't know how she feels about it now, but you know, she was like real big into Rayman, and that might have been something she picked out? But I don't know. I remember just owning it, never... Don't really know if I actually played it or not, but... yeah, I had it. I knew rabbits were a thing, didn't know where they were from. Until much, much later. Yeah, I hope everyone's who's playing that game is having fun with it. It looks fun. Like, I've seen gameplay of the original and the new one, and it looks so different. No, there's like no longer a grid system. You're just allowed to like free roam around the map. Which I guess is no good thing. You're not really... You're allowed to do like a lot more. Still is in like a radius, I think. Oh, this is Infinite Amethyst. Alright, I was wondering, like, it sounded so quiet. I was trying to figure it out, but... Yeah, it starts ramping up in volume after a while. And so... You know what, let's talk Halloween plans. So... I did mention before that I wanted to do, like, a different shiny hunt in Sword and Shield. Maybe I didn't mention it that specifically, but I do want to do a shiny hunt in Sword and Shield with the Masuda method. Trying to get some shinies in there. So I started actually preparing for that. I actually had all the preparation pretty much complete from a while ago. I just need to now actually do the hunt. But what I was thinking is, because, you know, Halloween, spooky and everything, I was thinking, like, maybe as I'm shiny hunting, I could read some Pokemon creepypastas. You know, like, creepypastas in themselves. No, they're not very spooky. Well, they can be spooky, but, you know, old, early 2010s creepypasta rating wasn't exactly the best. So, all in all, probably not as spooky as people would hope, but, you know, I figured it would be a good way to celebrate Halloween. Just shiny hunt and read some Pokemon creepypasta. They already have a couple, like, figured out. Ones I want to do. Ones I want to read that were, like, ones that I remember specifically, and also ones that I think are pretty popular. I wouldn't say for certain. I don't know what's considered popular in the creepypasta fandom. Well, I know what ones are popular, but in terms of, like, Pokemon creepypastas. Yeah. That's sort of, like, what I was thinking, because... You know, like, I don't usually have a lot to talk about. I do want to... Since I feel like it's gonna be a sort of quick shiny hunt. Should be, anyways. Don't know how many eggs it would take, but... Might go on for... Actually, I think it might just be like a one and done. Like, if I get it, I get it. If I don't get it, I don't get it. And maybe... Like, after Arceus is done, I could go back to it. Yeah. And I was thinking, like, maybe... Every, like, 100, 150, depends on how many I'm able to get in, like, an hour, I guess. And I'd probably switch stories every like, 100, 150 eggs. Just to, like, so I don't run out of, you know, stories, because, of course, if I don't know some of them, I'm not gonna know which ones to do, so maybe that'd be a good way to, like, space everything out. I already have, I think, 3 picked out that I want to read. Might get some backups just in case. For the most part, I don't think it should be too heavy. If we can do like 100 every hour, probably only only gonna go for like maybe 2.5, 3 hours. Really depends. Yeah, I guess we'll see how long it takes me to actually like get through the eggs, get through the stories. And I guess we'll decide then. Yeah, that's sort of my plan. And then also might put on some like spooky music. Just really make it Halloween-y. I don't know. Honestly, after Arceus is done, I don't really know what else I'd want to go for. I haven't really done the Dynamax Adventures, but at the same time, you know, Scarlet and Violet is releasing literally next month. So honestly, I'd probably search over there, start hunting something over there instead of Sword and Shield. No, it depends on what I'm feeling. Like I said, never done Dynamax Adventures before. Well, I've done the Dynamax Adventures, but I've never really gone for a legendary, done a legendary hunt, anything like that. No, that makes me wonder, what's the new method gonna be for, like, getting legendaries? Like, past legendaries. You know, like Sword and Shield, you had the Dynamax Adventures. Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, you had the wormholes, or... Actually, I think Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are the only ones with the... wormholes. Were they? Oh, I think Sun and Moon had them. I don't know, I'm probably misremembering. I think it was only Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Yeah, no, I think Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, and the little, like, Mirage Islands. And those had legendary Pokemon, so I really wonder, like, what's gonna be the new method for getting past legendaries? Playlist, I put 3 new, like, soundtracks on you. Why are you not giving me any of them? I mean, I'm sure, like, once I start adding more, it's probably gonna get some of the newer ones, but... I still do want to add, like, Here Comes Nico and Neverhood and, Necrobarista. Here Comes Nico and Neverhood I do have to, like, get on Steam. I think it's the only way they're, like, available. I haven't seen them on iTunes Store or anything. The Necrobarista is on iTunes. That's pretty easy for me to get. Yeah, I bought something on Steam. I literally bought Cuphead. I literally bought Cuphead. I was gonna say, I don't think I bought anything on Steam, but... literally got Cuphead. Probably the only one I bought, too. I don't really play many Steam games. That reminds me, I really should... like... finish Cuphead. I was honestly debating whether or not to, like, buy it on Switch. But I do play my Switch a lot more than I do anything on Steam. But then thought about, you know, I'd have to start over. I really didn't want to. Grimm's fight was very hard for me. Probably didn't help that my previous Mac that I had this on was lagging it out very much. Yeah, I was not a fan of Grimm's fight. And probably wasn't a big fan of many of the other ones. You know, like me and a friend actually played the game and did a couple of bosses. We only got through like a couple because it was only like a one-time thing. Yeah, I don't know if I'd get the DLC or anything. I have like already seen the DLC. I was like pretty much seen everything in Cuphead. Really just like finishing it for challenge, really. Yeah, we're honestly going at a pretty good pace right now. Probably only like a minute or two. Not really behind, but definitely the number of resets is close to the time, so depending on how quick we get through, how much I have left, we could probably maybe do just like 5 more, maybe. But I still want to end on like even number. And oh well. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Yeah, tomorrow I'm playing Minecraft again. I think I like briefly mentioned this when I put out the schedule, but I do have a small like building project that I want to do. I wouldn't really call it building project, but it is like a project that I do want to work on. I'll like explain more about it tomorrow, but no, I've been preparing a bit. I've had like different ideas, and I like started to do one idea, but then thought about it a little bit ago and decided, you know, I actually want to do it a different way. I've never really done any like big projects for Minecraft. I've never really played Minecraft on my own. At least survival Minecraft. I know I played creative a lot when I was younger. Fun fact, I actually like made a, I guess, small recreation of like the Tomodachi Life map. Not like the buildings or anything, but just like the island itself. I mean, like way back in the day, and actually I remember when I got back into Minecraft, I loaded up and a couple of the blocks I had placed down, because I think they were like signs. I think they became like shulker boxes or something. I remember that they were just in the places where I put the signs, and I was like, what the heck is this? Yeah, that was honestly kind of funny. Coming back, seeing shulker boxes placed all around the area. It's honestly probably because of like item IDs being switched around. Oh yeah, speaking of Minecraft Live, I think like Minecraft Live was last week, actually. Yeah, and they introduced like they haven't like named the update, but they have called it like the 1.20. Right? 1.20? I think it's 1.20. Yeah, because 1.19 was the wild update, right? Yeah, they announced like the next update. They haven't given it a name. It is more like focused on, I guess, more like vanilla Minecraft. Like adding more variants of things. You know, they're adding like bamboo items. It's like a wood type. They have like bamboo planks, bamboo logs, I think. Make like support beams. They have hanging signs now. You don't have to just plop a sign on the front of a block. You can actually make like a little shop sign sort of thing. That's already giving a bit more functionality, I guess, to some of the items. The bamboo, I think, was only really good for scaffolding. And if you weren't really a builder or anything, you didn't really have any use for it. And then, of course, you know, signs. I think they used the, like, iron chains or something like that, so, you know, that gives a lot more purpose to those than it just being for, like, decoration. Although, really, hanging signs in general and hanging signs probably more decoration. Technically, they are still being used for decoration, but now in a more pleasant way. And they also said they're going to be adding camels. It's like a new tameable, rideable mob type. Like, it looks kinda slow, but I think it also has the trade-off of, you know, now mobs aren't able to hit you. Of course, I think, like, maybe creepers and potentially endermen. And of course, like, maybe, like, skeletons probably be able to shoot at you. Yeah, it's really good if you want to just, like, not have to run through a bunch of mobs and end up getting hurt all the time by, like, zombies and spiders. Yeah, I don't think I'll use a camel at all. Don't really see why I would. Like I said, it does seem very slow. I think they can jump, like, really far. I saw the video, they apparently, like, cross a ravine. Just, like, few blocks wide. That's very impressive. And also, they showed some gameplay of, like, Minecraft Legends. That's a game that I actually do want to play when it comes out. The visuals look very appealing. And also, because they showed off the gameplay, it looks a lot like Pikmin. Like, I know that probably sounds weird, but just the way they showed it off, it reminded me a lot of Pikmin. I've never actually seen too much gameplay of Pikmin, but from what I know of it, because the whole thing is that you, like, rally up different old-world mobs, and you can have them fight the, like, invading Nether army, I think they call it. And the way you do is you just sort of, like, send them off into battle. You rally them up, you send them off. And that entire mechanic just kind of made me think of Pikmin. You know, like, you can pluck the Pikmin from the ground. I think you can, like, call them back with a whistle. And then you can just, like, send them off one by one to kill off enemies and whatnot. Yeah, that gameplay just reminded me a lot of Pikmin. Yeah. I'm probably gonna enjoy it. Looks like a very fun game. Very, like, I guess strategy-oriented? It is still, like, traditional Minecraft. You do need to collect materials in order to like build like bridges that'll help you get to other places. Yeah, we'll have to see when that actually comes out. I think they said spring? Spring or summer, I think they said, is when it's gonna come out. Yeah, I'll definitely have to look into that. I don't really think there's anything else coming out that I'm interested in for the rest of the year besides Frontiers and Scarlet and Violet. I don't think there's anything in December. Could be wrong, but I don't think anything. I think I would have remembered or like written it down, but yeah, I don't think there's anything in December that's coming out. Which is good, because I know like November is gonna be packed already. I'll have to like get a concrete idea for what I want to do in terms of, you know, swapping between Frontiers and Scarlet and Violet. I am probably just gonna play those two exclusively. Probably do Splatoon every once in a while, because you know, the Splatfest is gonna be coming up, I think, a couple weeks from now. You are really just not playing the new music, huh? Okay. I really wanted to play the new music, because I really like the music that's there. Yeah, I think I mentioned this briefly a different time, but I have been getting back into like writing and everything. I've sort of been like slowly developing my original story. I think I have a better direction, like where I wanted to like start off. But I haven't really gotten past that stage. I tend to be a very... I don't know what you'd call it, like... Hey, here's one! It's probably very quiet. Hold on, let me see if I can't. Yeah, there we go. Got some Animal Crossing! I'm probably gonna have to adjust the volume on them a little bit. It's just much quieter than the rest of my playlist. Yeah, what was I talking about? Rating. Yeah, I'm sort of like a perfectionist, I guess, when it comes to like story crafting and world building and everything. It's like I'm very particular in how I want things. Like, I sort of don't want anything to go unexplained. Like, I want there to be a reason for everything, and if that reason doesn't make sense, then it's just like, well, I have to find some other way to write that. You know, probably people aren't gonna notice, but... No, I'm sure someone out there is gonna be like, hey, why is this a thing? And I'm just not gonna have an answer for it. Yeah, I want to try and, like, remedy that as much as possible. You can go back down. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure how long this hunt is gonna take in terms of resets. It could very well get into like 2000s. I'm honestly very tempted at this point to just go off stream and do this. At the same time, feels like a bit of a cop-out. And then people don't get to watch it live. I know that's like always... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I know like people often get excited when you watch someone get a shiny live, because it's like, oh my gosh, I got a shiny. At the same time, like, this is taking a while, and it would go by a lot faster if I just did this on my own. I know Darkrai, despite not having counted, it took like a month? Couple weeks? Wasn't hunting it like every single day, but... yeah, definitely... if I want to do hunts for like a longer amount of time, I definitely have to either have like a larger audience or at least a more frequent audience. Because like right now, there's really no one to, you know, bounce conversation off of. I think you only ever get like 1-2 people chatting. It's not even like every single stream, so... definitely, if I want to do like longer hunts, I definitely have to have a bigger audience or something. It's not something I can really like rush, not that I want to. And honestly, while I do want more people watching, at the same time, if there's too many people, you know, that might be a bit overwhelming. Sort of like a double-edged sword. Do I want more people, or do I want to, you know, actually retain my sanity? Yeah, like, definitely, like, my life isn't that exciting. I don't really have much to talk about. Mostly all that's going on right now is just school and sitting at home doing my own thing. There's really not much else to do. Not much else to, like, talk about. Yeah, I definitely have to bump up the Animal Crossing music at least. I think my other soundtracks I might need to bump up a little bit to keep them on par. Yeah, I've been hearing, like, debates on... for, like, the Splatfest is coming up, because it is, like, grass versus fire versus water. They're doing a collab with Scarlet and Violet. I've heard that, like, people think Fry's gonna be, like, popular team. And honestly, I can see it. Like, fire types... I was honestly on the fence between, like, grass and fire, but... you know, grass type is really more my aesthetic. A lot of fire types are usually, like, hit or miss for me, but... grass type is pretty consistent. Especially when it comes to starters. I like the grass starters a lot more. Yeah, like, honestly, I don't know. I was for sure that, you know, Team Fun in last Splatfest was gonna, like, have a lot more people on it. And Team Grub, because, like, those were the main two that I was seeing, but, you know, lo and behold, turns out Shiver's team was most popular, so... No, I'm not sure if it's just, like, the choice, or if people are just going with favorite idol. You know, there's always at least a couple people that do that. Just default to the idol of their choosing. I guess we'll see once Splatfest actually comes around. Because honestly, I'll kind of be surprised if grass gets popular vote. You know, a lot of people don't really like the grass type. They say it's like the weakest type, like on its own. And I see like a lot of people don't really like the designs of most of the grass type starters. And I'm like the opposite way around. I mean, I'm usually one to default to the grass type of like the fire type. Yeah, I usually go with either like the grass starter or the fire starter. It really depends on like who stands out to me first. You know, like Sword and Shield, Scorbunny, Caught My Eye, Sky and Fire, Sprigatito. I think Sun and Moon was Litten. Yeah. I really like the cat Pokemon a lot. Cause you know, they're cats. I like cats. Cats are cute. Yeah, it's really just like design first. And usually once I have a choice, I usually stick with it. Even if I don't end up liking the final evolution. Honestly, I sort of have high hopes for Sprigatito's evolution. You know, like, people don't really want it to be bipedal. Bipedal? Beetle? Yeah, I think it's bipedal, but... I know a lot of people don't really want it to be bipedal, but... Honestly, I'm impartial either way. And honestly, I think it would look cool if it was, you know, quadruped. At the same time, there's a lot of cool designs you could do. Like a bipedal Pokemon. You know, some people were thinking like a Marauder, Puss in Boots situation. Like, I wouldn't mind something like that. It would probably still look really cool. And I have seen leaks. I don't really trust them yet, because we haven't had any, like, image leaks or anything. Honestly, wouldn't this be around the time that we start getting those? Game is only, like, a couple weeks away. When does it come out again? I think, like, 18th? 17th. Wait, nope. I honestly forget. Anyway, it's coming out really soon, and usually around this time is when the, you know, leaks start going out. I don't know, maybe it'll take another few weeks, but... honestly, I'm really on the fence of, you know, going in blind or looking at the Pokemon leaks, because when it comes to Pokemon, the only leaks I'm okay with are just like Pokemon designs. Because usually that lets me like plan out my team ahead of time. Sort of look at them and go like, oh hey, that one's cool. Hey, that one's cool. You know, just sort of formulate, you know, which Pokemon I would probably want. Yeah, I haven't really seen anything, although I haven't really looked. Yeah, like Pokemon design leaks, I'm okay with. Anything that's like story, it's pretty much a no-go for me. Pokemon mechanics, I'm pretty much fine with. Anything else that I do not want to see. Because all I do think it would like be like reaction worthy seeing some of the Pokemon for the first time. You know, at the same time, people are probably there to see reactions to the storylines and everything. And actually, speaking of the storylines, like going back to the little Cerebi hands-on preview thing. Going back to that preview, the way they described it was honestly kind of confusing. It seems like the 3 different like pathways are sort of interconnected, because I think at one point they said like, oh, after you get done a gym, like a certain gym, Nimona calls and tells you like, hey, you should check on Narvin. I think it's still like, you can go at your own pace, you're allowed to do things out of order. Yeah, like my plan for Scarlet and Violet is just to go through the paths one by one. I can make a... Because I do want to make like 3 separate videos, one on like the gym challenge, one on the Path of Legends, then one on the Team Star stuff. Yeah, the way they do it, it sounds like they sort of want you to go through the different paths at the same time. That's what it sounds like anyways. Can't really say for certain if that's how it's going to be, because of course, you know, I'm not the one who's played it. I'm not gonna be able to play it for a few weeks, but... You know, that's mostly what I was thinking. Just go through the paths one by one. You know, we really have to see how it ends up being in the end. Once the game comes out. Yeah, I feel like in the next few, I guess, weeks, we might not be seeing as much. I think they really showed us most of what they wanted us to see. Yeah, I really wonder how, like, what's the new method for shiny hunting going to be? I know we're probably still gonna have, like, Masuda method. Might have the murder method? Though, don't know if they'd still have the number battled system. Yeah, this looks like it's gonna be final reset. Let's see. Nope. Alright, well then. In that case, guess we'll stop the hunt there for now. I don't think that closes down yet. But allow me to get that out of the way. Let's start up Miku game. Might quit out a couple times. Because that's just what it does sometimes. It likes to do that. Let me just very quickly... MegaMix. MegaMix Plus? We're not on the Steam version. There we go. Here we go. So, pretty much just like always, just gonna be doing things on random. I'll try to do ones that I haven't done in previous streams, but haven't really been keeping track of which ones I have, which ones I haven't. But yeah, pretty much go ahead and start doing random. I know I've already done that one. Yeah, I don't think we've done this one, so start with that one. As always, I'll be reading any chat messages that come through in between songs. And as soon as this starts up, there we go. Not doing very good at this. Yeah, not doing very good at that one. Probably just need to find my grip on the controller. I actually haven't really played this in a while, so... Probably just a little bit rusty. Yeah, I honestly feel like using the grip controller just isn't very good for me because the way I hold it, kind of awkward to press the button sometimes. You're not terrible. Uncharted Crash, hello! Welcome, how are you doing? I did not want to restart that, thank you very much. Yeah, how are you doing? Luca's best girl? I'm more of like a Reen person myself, but... I like Luca too. Definitely really love the original 6. I'm good Uncharted. I'm sort of had one made already, but it's more like personal. Nice meeting you, nice meeting you too! I need to stop just pressing A. I already did that one. I'll try knife. Haven't done this one in a while. Even on my own time. not bad. Some parts always do trip me up a little bit. Good, I did not press A that time. No, I already done that one before. I think it was like one of the first ones I did. Ooh, I love this one. I love this one. It'll just take a while to load, huh? Those triple notes are always fun. I love playing songs with the triple notes, especially this one just because it's such a good song. I think I've done this one before. Honestly, I know I've done Melt. I don't think I've done this one. Honestly, some of my solo play sessions are starting to meld together. distracted for a bit, gotta back in. This one's a very fun one. Play on the 3DS, fun to play here. Nice. Yeah, I know a lot of these songs from Project Mirai. A couple of the songs I changed the singers to match the versions I used in that game. Just because I like them a lot more. We haven't done this one in a while. Don't quite know it as well, because it's not something I regularly listen to or play. So if I'm all for it, I'll follow this. That's why. Alright, not terrible. Messed up a few times, but usually on par with what I normally get sometimes. Ooh, I love playing this one as well. Also a lot of triple notes. I just really love playing the triple notes. And a lot of my favorite songs to play just have like the triple notes. That's when I get to like alternate between the A, B, X, Y, and D pad. Just love doing that. too bad. Definitely not too bad. This is a tiny bit worse than I normally do. I'm like imperfect that one, but wasn't as kind to me this time. So On the Rocks, another one that I haven't really played too much of. I don't know if anyone has seen those videos where it, like, takes like a part of an animation where a character's playing a song, or like playing an instrument, and then it like shows what they're actually playing. If they were actually playing what they were shown to be playing. I want to see someone do that for this and see like if he's actually playing the piano in the song or if he's just hitting the keys. Make it appear like he's playing the piano correctly. I want to see something like that. I think that'd be funny. I think some of these have... Okay, we're just getting ones that we've already done. You know what? Sure, I'll give this a shot. I really want to see if he's, you know, actually playing something like that. It felt like my controller was giving out for a few seconds there. Connection was wonky or something. No, it wasn't registering. Yeah, sure, I'll do sound drown. I'll probably do like one more after this and end off. Yeah, I think it was definitely losing connection there for a few seconds. With my microphone over. Ooh, Senbon. Yeah, I feel like this would be a good song to end it off on. Good song, either way. Very good one. Remember, this was one of the ones that got like a very different TV back in Project Mirai. I think the Mirai version was just Miku on top of a train. And that was it. Not as much flair put into it. Alright, that one was not as good as I normally do. But alright. Yeah, the controller was definitely giving out during some of those points, but either way, that's gonna be where I end things off for today. Nobody else is live, so can't do any rating. I guess with that, I'll just leave you all to scatter. So thank you to anyone who came by, anyone who might have followed. My next stream will be tomorrow, playing some Minecraft. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye!